Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is Saturday, so it is Saturday setup. So first of all guys, I want to welcome all my new subbies. Thank you for subscribing, and I really appreciate all the love and support that you show me, and thank you guys for the returning subscribers. Welcome back to the small budget fam. So I am going to briefly go over what I spent in the week, if you guys are interested in that. And also guys, I will do a mini story time. So let me go to July. And by the way, this is my little candle that I got at the dollar store. It's that coconut macaron candle that I did a Dollar Tree haul. That thing smells amazing guys. So hopefully you picked up those candles whenever I did that review. If not, you are missing out, because for a dollar store candle, I mean, that scent is flipping amazing. Okay. So let's go to July and see what I spent in a week. And I will briefly go over this, guys. This just makes me stay accountable. And also, guys, too, maybe this will help you out, too, if you struggle with budgeting. So let's go to our layout. So I did a little shopping. I normally go out once a week to do grocery shopping. And I try to lump everything in one group. That way, I'm not spending a lot of gas. Other than when I have to go to work. So if you have like a lot of errands to do, I would suggest that you pick a day out of the week and do that. That also minimizes your chance of getting sick as well. So that's why I started that. And I'm just going to go over real quick. I spent $10.50 at Shane's on Sunday. So this is Sunday, Independence Day, 4th of July. So I went out and spent $10.50 at Shane's. And then if you guys remember me talking, I took Mama Cat out to Dairy Queen to get some ice cream. So that was $6.13. Tuesday, I picked that day to go out and do grocery shopping. So I spent $25.59 at Walmart. And I did briefly go over that with you guys because I had a gift card that I used. It would have been around... I think it was in June. It would have been, let's flip back so I can give you the right amount. I would have actually have spent $61.42, but it ended up being $27.49 because of that gift card. Then I went to the Dollar Tree, spent $12.32. Murphy's Gas, I spent $20.09. I was not low on gas, but because we had Elsa come through, I decided to go ahead and fill up because you never know. The last time when I stayed actually through the hurricane, or this was really a tropical storm, but anyway, tomatoes. Whenever I stayed through the storm about 2 years ago, I filled up my tank and then we stayed in town. And after the storm passed, we kind of went around to see what the damage was, and there was no gas stations that were open, and people were just sitting at gas stations. So I learned that tip to go ahead and fill up because you don't know what's going to happen or what's going to happen to the gas after a storm. So it kind of pained me to go ahead and fill up because it cost me more money to do so, but I'd rather be safe than sorry because I still have to function and go to work. So not saying, trust me, trust and believe. If I said that I couldn't get to work, they would find a way to get me to work. But I'd rather not do that. I prefer to rely on myself. If I need help from others, then I will ask. But I would rather do things on my own. So that's why I just did as a safeguard and filled up. So that was $20.09. Then on the 8th, I went to Grandy's. And the reason why I went to Granny's and got food is we have food in the fridge, but because of Elsa, and I mean, I don't really know what happened. I don't know if a tornado touched down or what happened, because the storm had passed us about 9 o'clock at night. Well, about 11 o'clock, the power just totally went out. Now, it made no sense because it wasn't raining or anything like that. So I don't know why that went out, but it was out for a full 12 hours, guys. So as you can imagine, everything in my fridge was not okay. So I had to get something for us to eat. So trying to eat that food in the fridge, I can't justify that. I'd rather just throw that away and just chalk that up as a loss because it's not worth getting sick. So we went to Granny's and spent $17.72. And then Friday, I ate out again at Shane's, and I spent $5.29. The reason why I only spent that little, I normally spend about $13.33, But because I had a coupon for a free item, that's why I didn't spend as much. When you download their app, you get a coupon for a free item, and so that knocked that bill down, and so I saved some money on food as well. So I'm going to get out of this, and that concludes what I spent in a week. I sure can try to knock some of these amounts down, but it was a stressful week with Elsa coming through, and so it is what it is, and I spent what I spent. So, moving along, we're going to move this off, and I'm going to grab Spirit. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of story time, guys. So, as I told you guys before in the previous video that I had a mini story time for you guys, and it is a doozy, but it is a mini. I'm not going to make it too long, because the reason why I want to talk about it is I want to hit on some points, because this happened to me, and so whenever something happens, I have a life experience, I try to give wisdom to other people so it can prevent you guys from being in the same situation. Now, mind you, this situation that I got in is not always preventable, but there are measures that you can kind of take and mitigate the fallout if it happens to you, or you could kind of somewhat prevent it if possible. So, okay, remember guys, we just came off the 4th of July, and so it was a 3-day weekend. I work somewhere where I get federal holidays, so I've always worked somewhere where I work. I've gotten federal holidays because if you guys remember, I was a bank teller at 2 separate banks, and so this place I work at now, I still get federal holidays, so I was off on Monday. Now, that being said, I have to back up a little bit. This does pertain to 2 other cases that I talked about. One, if you guys remember when I told you I paid off my car loan was through Chase. And yes, that has something to do with the story time today. Because when I went to go pay off my Chase car note, I tried to do it over the phone like I always made my car payments, but it wouldn't allow me to do it because it was a payoff. So I had a choice between either mailing in a payment, which I was scared by the time I got in. Of course, you accrue interest, so I didn't want to do that. Or I could download the app and go online. So I chose the second choice, which is downloading the app, going online, putting my information in. That way I could pay off my car, which I did. So that pertains to the story. Also, guys, what was the other thing I was going to tell you guys? Remember when I said, this was a couple of videos back, it was a good bit of time ago, when I first said that when everything was reopening back up, it was just a pain in the butt to try to get something to eat as far as fast food is concerned. And so I told you guys I was going to eat out less, which I actually have. And so if you see where I noted where I was putting $40 in my envelopes, and then I bumped it down to $30 because I was eating out less and saving me more money. And some of the things that I would eat out, I learned to cook on my own. That way I wouldn't have to go out and eat as much. And then also it saves on time and gas too, and aggravation most of all. So that pertains to the story too. So back to the story time. Okay. And I am just floored by this. But anyway, I have 2 mini cards, meaning that I have 2 cards. I have a card with Chase, and I have a credit card with Capital One. So they each one have $500 limit, and I never increased the limit because I only use those for absolute emergencies, or if I'm buying something from you guys, like an Etsy shop or website, I'll use those cards. Now, that being said, I first of all believe at using credit cards instead of using my debit card, because like I've told you guys before, I worked for 2 different banks. So I saw a lot of customers that would come in and use their debit cards that were attached to their accounts. Sometimes their accounts are set up as sweep accounts, meaning that if they don't have enough money in one account, then it will pull from another account. So I've seen so many people get taken advantage of whenever they do online purchase, that it would be fraud, and they would steal their not credit card, but their debit card information, and essentially make so many fraudulent purchases, which means that the card would be locked up, which means the account would be locked up, and then you would have so much trouble with your automatic debits, getting your own money out. It's just a big pain and hassle in the butt. So I never use a debit card to make purchases. Now, here's the thing, guys, and here is a tip. I'm telling you as a ex-banker, please do not use, please do not use your debit card to make purchases if necessary. If you can minimize that, please do so. Because if you have fraud on your account, it is a pain to get taken care of. Especially, guys, especially, please listen to me, don't use a debit card attached to your payroll account. That will be a headache for you. Don't do it. Do not do it. Use a credit card. If you have to use a card, use a credit card. Okay, but anyway, now that being said, I have gotten relaxed on my own rules that I made for myself, and I knew better. But thank God that this didn't happen on my payroll account. It didn't happen with a debit card. This actually happened with a credit card. But I'm telling you guys from experience, don't do that. Do not use a debit card if you're making purchases from somebody, because if you get fraud on your account, it messes with your payroll. You have to go through HR, then you have to go through the bank, then you have to make a police report. It's a whole hassle, and I'm telling you guys, don't do it. So anyway, so I got a little relaxed on that, and I was using my debit card to make purchases through Etsy, which Etsy is pretty safe. But being that what I just went through, I won't do that anymore either. I will stick to what I already said before as my rule, and to use a credit card. So anyway, back to the Chase and Capital One, I have a minimum of $500 on each. I keep those cards just because of emergencies. You never know, so you need a backup credit card. So I use my Chase credit card to buy from DHgate, and they had actually charged me twice, which I canceled one, and then they did take it off. So I don't think it was DHgate that did this. What I think happened was I used both. I used Chase and Capital One. So as soon as I make a purchase on a credit card, I immediately pay it back off. So that's just how I am. And I remember I told you guys that before with Walmart too. Whenever I make a purchase off of Walmart, I wait until it shows up on my bill, and then I pay it off within 3 days. So that's my practice. So I do that with my Walmart card. I do that with my Capital One and my Chase. Now, that being said, I did have a little bit of issue with DHgate when I bought something from there, but they took it right off. So, like I said, I don't think that was DHgate. What I think happened is that with my credit cards, you know, to keep them active, you try to charge something on there just to make sure you have activity. So, what I did was, when I was going to Panera Bread before, and in that video I told you guys when I went through Panera Bread and Chick-fil-A, it was just such a hassle, so I stopped eating out as much. I think the last time I went to Panera Bread, the girl at the window, I didn't get a good vibe from her anyway. It was just something about her, and I'm all about energy, guys. I'm all about energy, and I did not like her energy. Now, that being said, shameless plug, I do have another channel on my that I do through YouTube, and I read energies. Now, I'm fairly new. I'm a little shaky, like a little baby animal, just trying to get my grip to it. So if you do ever go and watch those videos, they are a little shaky, but I'm getting better at it. So it is called Crystal Doll Tarot. But if you're interested, then you can check it out. But anyway, that's not why I was getting on here. The reason why I said that was back to what I was saying about energy. It was something about this girl I did not like. Now, the first time when I went there, I gave her my Chase credit card because, you know, the soup there isn't expensive. It gives me an opportunity to charge something on the card to keep it open, and there you go. So I gave her my card, and then she took a long time, and I was like, you know, I was like, what the heck? And then I finally got my food and my card, and then she was like, is her attitude about it? She was like, is there a problem? I said, no, there's not a problem. You know, I was trying to figure out what her problem was. So she had a bad attitude then. Then I went there a second time, and I don't think I used my card then. I think I used cash. But anyway, the girl was hanging out the drive-through window, hollering to someone in the doggone parking lot. So I was like, okay, that's enough with her. And then I went there a third time, and then their system didn't even work. So I say after that, I learned to cook the Panera Bread soup on my own. So anyway, and while I'm speaking to you guys, I'm going to be working too. I kind of want to get to the, down to the meat first before I open this up, per se, you know, to the meat of the story. So anyway, I didn't go back there. So, I purchased some things through Chase, and then, I went through DHgate, and like I said, I told you about that, and they refunded the money. And then I made a couple purchases through Etsy from you guys too. So I don't believe it was any of the shops or anything I went through. I don't even believe it was through DHgate that the fraud happened. I think what happened was this little, and I'm gonna call it what it is, and this is gonna be the name of the story. This little turd monkey. Yeah, I said turd monkey. I think the little turd monkey at Panera Bread stole my cart information. I think while she was doing her little shenanigans, I think she was taking a picture of the front and the back of the cart, and then she was doing a little bit of shopping. So, this little turd monkey, basically, you know how you have the bend and snap? Well, this turd monkey did the poop and fling. So, there were several charges on my card, and I'm telling you guys, I didn't realize that all this was going on because I don't have a problem with my cards. I don't use them a lot of places that I don't feel secure. And like I told you guys before, I pay off my balance within 3 days after I charge. So nothing should be on my cards. So anyway, I'm laying in bed. It's Monday night. Now, it's the night before I have to go back to work. I'm so relaxed, and I'm rarely able to relax during the week because it's just a stressful job that I work, and I deal with real life issues with people, so that causes a lot of stress when you deal up with other people and you're trying to help them out. But that is what it is right now. But anyway, so I'm so relaxed, I'm so zen, and I'm laying in my bed, I'm ready to watch a new show on TLC, and then I get an alert on my phone through an email at 9 something at night. It's from Chase. Now, it was a charge for $2.40, and it had this long string of letters. And so Chase was like, did you do this, did you do this transaction? And so I declined it. And it said, because you declined it, we're shutting the card off. I said, fine, good. So then I called Chase up. And let me tell you guys, they started reading off all these charges I didn't do. I did not do. As long as I've been on this earth, guys, I have never spent $81.12 at Chick-fil-A. Not at the Chick-fil-A's. My whole life, never. They spent $34.43 at Chipotle's. I don't have a Chipotle's where I live. I mean, they was eating all the Chick-fil-A's, all the Potlays. They were doing the most. They were doing the most. They spent $1.63 at Uber. They tried to do a Walmart transaction and a Panera Bread, and those were declined. So anyway, they ended up spending $117.18 on my card that I didn't even know what was going on. So guys, they shut it off, and then I reported it as fraud. So I just looked at my Chase card, and they have credited back pretty much all that money plus some. So it must have been some other charges that they just caught on to. But my tip is, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and, I got Spirit out for a reason, so I'm going to go ahead and color in 3 and 2. I had some money left over in my bank account, so I split it up between game night for next week and then to feed Flamingo and feed Charlotte Johansson. So I think Flamingo Ann. I'm giving her a middle name too. So Flamingo Ann, and then Charlotte Johansson is going to get fed. So I'm going to grab Charlotte I'm going to go ahead and mark these out while I'm going to finish telling you the story time. And then I'm going to stuff for $5. So anyway, so of course I called. That's a whole thing right there because you're calling in their customer service. I got a couple different people. Some that were okay. I think there was like a mini language barrier. So I don't think we understood each other well, but I'm just trying to get the issue resolved. So anyway, I just looked at my Chase account, and it's negative 107 and some change, meaning that they credited back the money, and plus they probably are going to owe me a credit on my next bill or have to cut me a check, I'm assuming, but I'll have to see because I'm not sure. I don't have the next bill. I'm assuming that it will either be a credit or, like I say, a check back to me for what was charged that was fraudulent. So, this little turd monkey was living its best life on my dime. It was buying the most premium monkey chow it could find. It was just eating everywhere, getting Ubers. It wasn't even, this little turd monkey wasn't even driving. It was taking Ubers, okay? Getting Chick-fil-A and Chipotle, Walmart, Panera Bread. So I talked to Mama Cat, and I'm going to stuff for $5. So I'm going to move Spirit off to the side real quick, guys. I talked to Mama Cat, and she made me feel a little bit better because basically she said the little turd monkey was just hungry. So I told her, I said, you know, I understand that maybe they were struggling, but the amount that they use for, you know, I don't know. Can you guys leave me a comment below? Do you spend $81.12 at Chick-fil-A? I'm thinking maybe that was like a large family. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if this person was living their best life and just getting all the snacks or whatever. I don't know. But it just really ticked me off that people sit there and they steal from others. Now, I'm the kind of person, I will give y'all anything that I can. I'm that person. If I see someone hungry, I absolutely do not mind giving them money or giving them food. I don't mind it. But don't steal from somebody. That is not the way to go, guys. If you need something, don't take something that is not yours. It is bad karma. I truly believe there is good karma and there is bad karma. Stealing from somebody, if you're stealing an idea and you don't give them credit for it, if you're stealing money, if you're stealing a piece of property, if you are taking something that is not yours, it creates bad karma. I do believe in good karma when you do good by others, but on the reverse, there is yin yang, black white. There is good and bad, and you are racking up some bad karma when you take something from others. So that being said, guys, to minimize this from happening to you, like I said before, I work for 2 different banks, and I've seen what people do to others. Do not use your debit card for anything other than an ATM. Also, too, with that, guys, make sure there is no card readers attached to your ATM. So make sure you wiggle the device just to make sure it does not come off. If you get gas, guys, either use cash. If you don't use cash, try to get a store card for that store. Like I have a Walmart card. That's what I use. So if they use anything fraudulent on there, it's not attached to my bank account, okay? So Charlotte is fed. I'm going to move her over. And then I am also going to feed Flamingo. So let me grab her. So that is another reason why, not only for the points, but I use it to get gas. So I don't have to really go up to the register. Other than if it doesn't spit out receipts in Walmart, guys, please, y'all are notorious for this. Fill your receipt paper. Y'all don't fill it, and I always have to get out my car and get my receipt. But anyway, let me grab Flamingo. I use the Walmart card, so I don't have to use my debit card. Also, guys, please limit your exposure to someone having your card secured. If you cannot use cash, and I'm going to go back to, and I stopped only because of the pandemic. We were taking all the cash out for our groceries if it was somewhere other than Walmart. But because of the pandemic, I was using all our coins. So that's why I got back in saving my coins, because I didn't have coins. So we used the coins because the great shortage of coins in 2020. And also, guys, just please, if you can, use cash. Cash is king, as they always say. So use your cash. But if you can't and you need to use a card, use a credit card. Use a credit card with a small balance. So if something like this happens, they can only get so much off the card. So please do that. And also minimize, like I said, the exposure that someone has your card. Okay? Even if it's a credit card, I don't even advise giving a credit card for a restaurant, because I mean this turd monkey did the most. They lived their best life off my card, and which really pissed me off. But they'll get theirs in the end, because karma is something else. She don't play with you. She will not play with you guys. So I have $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 here. So I'm going to give myself 4 and then Mama Cat 4, because we get equal shares. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should have equal amount in here as well. So I wanted to go ahead and feed Flamingo too while I did story time. Hopefully you guys will get something out of this video. And I had not planned on doing this video at all. I had another plan for a Saturday setup, but because this happened, I felt like it was important to talk to you guys about. So I have 11 there. So add 4, which will make 15. So let me double check. That's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So that is correct. So I should have the same amount in Mama Cat's, and I will double check just to make sure before I add the money. So definitely minimize. If you can pay for cash somewhere, just go ahead and just pay for the cash. That's all we have, the cash envelopes. And now that everything is kind of chilling out, I'm going to go back to paying more with cash. And if I can't pay with cash, I will use a I don't want to say low level, but a small balance credit card, or I'll use a store credit card. So we have 5, 10, 11. So we add 4 and 1. So that is 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. This is just our extra money for our Savannah trip. So guys, hopefully you got something out of this. I can't, to be honest, I really can't 100% say it was that girl at Panera Bread. I really can't. But there are a lot of turd monkeys out there, and you just have to be careful. Be very careful. If you are in part of my gang, you are an angel baby. So you are not the person I'm talking about. But please understand, there are a lot of people out there that will use you and manipulate you and steal from you, and I call those people turd monkeys. And if you are a turd monkey just flipping through my channel, please don't come back again. And also guys, if you're a turd monkey, you will get yours in the end, okay? Trust me, karma is real. I've seen her come around and get people. It is a real thing. Also, guys, don't steal. If you are hungry, please ask someone. There are a lot of generous people out there that will love to help you. Please do not take something that is not yours. It's not yours for a reason. It's not meant for you. Don't take it. Just safeguard yourselves, guys. This is a new era. We're coming into a new world, and I feel like this whole thing has separated the good from the bad, and there's really no gray area anymore. So please continue to walk in the light and walk on the side of good and positive, and try to shield yourself from the negative, okay? So as best as you can. So I'm hoping that this helps someone out there. Just please be more aware of your surroundings. Be more aware of your finances. Be more aware of your cards, your accounts, wherever you spend money on. Do a periodic check throughout the week. Call up your accounts and check your balances. I know a lot of you guys, and also too when I worked for a bank, y'all did not, and not saying everybody, but majority of the people that had problem with their accounts, I would say, give me your transaction register. Let's go down it and see where you're out of balance. They couldn't do that because they did not keep track of it. Please, guys, this is why we do these videos. This is why we budget in our envelopes. Please keep track of your finances, because if you don't, you're not going to know if someone is taking money from you because you don't even know what money you have. Please be aware of this. Please don't give people your credit cards. Don't give them your debit cards. Give them cash if possible. Watch your surroundings when you're out. Just watch people in general getting close to you. Just watch your purses. Don't turn your back, you know, from your purse if you're in the store. Just watch it. It is a new day, and everybody is not nice and sweet like you are. They're not like that. And trust me, I work a place where I see the other walks of life, the other side of the glass, and the other side of the glass that comes in is not a good look. Guys, just please be more aware of what is out there. Don't be naive. Watch yourself, watch your finances, watch your accounts. Please take more accountability on what you are doing in your life as far as your finances, your surrounding, and your safety. So guys, I know this is pretty long-winded. hopefully, guys, if this has helped you, please share it with others so it can help someone else out. Maybe there's other people that don't think bad things can happen. Please share this with other people. If this has helped you in any way, shape, or form, please give it a like. If you are not subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and bell. That way you are notified the next time I upload. And hopefully moving forward, I am personally going to start checking all my accounts every single week just to make sure. And I'm going to mark it down on my calendar that I checked it for that week. We cannot prevent every bad thing from happening, but there are measures that you can take to safeguard yourself as much as possible. So guys, I love you guys. Thank you for all your shares, comments. Thank you so much yet again for all the love and support you've given me. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Review My View on Sunday. And until then, please be safe. Please be mindful of your surroundings. Mindful even of your energy, your time, your budget, whatever you need to be mindful of. Take notes on what you need to watch out for and safeguard yourself, your friends, and family. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.